Hi everyone. Now, have you ever thought before about how long can ants hold their breath and dive underwater? عمر حد فكر فيكوا قد ايه الوقت الانس ممكن يكتم نفسه ويقعد تحت المية؟ Have you ever thought about the length of the longest ant in centimeters? Well, how long do you think the longest swarm of ants is? مين يقدر يقول لي أكبر أو عمركم فكرتوا أكبر سرب من النمل ممكن يبقى قد إيه؟ We will figure out all this information and more in the video about ants' life. I want you to focus on نركز على different units of measure mentioned in the video and write it down. Let's go.
Mighty Ant Facts. Today, we're talking ants. They come in all shapes and sizes. We have some cool-looking ants to investigate. The smallest ant is 2 millimeters long, and the longest is 2.5 centimeters in length. And this is a micro-muscle weightlifter. Ants live in every continent, except Antarctica. Did you know ants don't have ears or lungs? And some don't even have eyes. Yet there are a milliard ants living on our planet. There are over 12,000 types of ants in the world. Leafcutter ant jaws vibrate at 1,000 times per second. A colony of ants can strip a tree bare in a day. Ants live in colonies. A nest with chambers is like an earthy iceberg. The largest nest ever found was over 6,000 kilometers long. That is an incredibly huge distance. Ants really are very impressive little creatures and teach us so much about math.
After watching the video, has any one of you thought that ants could hold their breath? الants تقدر تكتم نفسها for 24 hours. Yes, for a whole day. Who would imagine that? The length of the longest swarm. مين قادر يتخيل ان ال longest swarm of ants أطول سرب نمل ممكن يبقى 100 meters, and that is the length of bullet ants could reach ممكن يوصل ل 2.5 centimeters. I am sure this information has caught your attention and that you have wrote down the units of measuring you have heard while watching the video. Since you are interested in knowing everything about the different units of measurement, we will focus in Unit 3. هناخد في Unit 3 concepts of measurement. In the unit, we will build our understanding of the units of measure. هنتعرف على units of measure. And we will use the suitable measurement tools. We also be able to convert units. هنقدر نحول ما بين الunits, and the most important thing is that we will apply هنطبق كل ده on real world problems related to the community of ants. Welcome everyone. I am Miss Sarah. I will be with you in lesson 1 in concept 1 titled Ant Travel. Now, our focus today هنركز النهارده على المترك units for measuring units, and we will learn about the relationship العلاقة between them and how we can convert ازاي نقدر نحول from one unit of measurement to the other. Of course, this is not our first time. مش أول مرة ندرس units of length because we have learned about it in past lessons. خدناها في lessons كتير قبل كده. Let's remember some of the units of the length of the beginning of axis and define when to use each unit. تعالوا نشوف بقى هنستخدم كل unit ازاي. Any one of you remember some of these units? في حد فاكر الunits دي؟ Exactly, we have meter, centimeters, and millimeters. These are our units of measurement. Now I have a ruler. Look, this is my ruler. I have units on it. Can you tell me the largest and the smallest unit of it? Yes, think كده. The largest unit here is the meter. The largest unit is the meter. Why? Because this ruler is 1 meters. طول الرولر ده 1 meters. What about the smallest unit? Yes, the smallest unit here is millimeter. Okay, largest unit is 1 meter. طول الرولر دي 1 meters. The smallest unit is 1 milliliter. All right. Now, do you think we don't have a kilometer ruler? ليه ما عندناش kilometer ruler? Yes, of course, we don't have kilometer ruler. Why? Because it will be too long and it would be very hard to use. Now, what unit of measurement would you make the most sense of you want to measure the distance. ايه اليونت of measuring اللي هستخدمها عشان اقيس ال distance between home and school؟ Yes, sure, we can measure using any unit of measure. ممكن اقيسها بأي unit of measuring. But we always prefer to use the suitable unit of measure. The number we are using لازم يكون simple و easy for me. That's why we say in the distance between my home and school I used kilometers. ليه؟ لأن I say 5 kilometers. طيب حد ممكن يقول لي I can measure it in centimeters or meters. Yes. ممكن أقول the distance is 5,000 meters. ممكن كمان أقول the distance is 500,000 centimeters. والتلاتة صح. يبقى I can measure the distance in kilometer or centimeter or meters. طيب all of these numbers are the same, but using 5 would be much easier than using 500,000. لما أقول 5 kilometers هتبقى أسهل بكتير ما أقول 500,000 centimeters, right? This is just as the price of the pen. طب لو قلت لك اشتريت البن ده بكام؟ هتقولي 5 pounds أسهل ولا 500 piasters؟ Of course أسهل إن أنا أقول 5 pounds. Also, it is hard to represent short lengths and distances using large units of measure. For example, it is hard to represent the length of ants. ينفع أقول ال length of ants أقولها بالكيلومترز or meters؟ أيوة ينفع, but it will be much more better إن أنا أقول ال ants in millimeters. Okay, because they are very small, so I will use the small unit in measuring it. For that reason, these units won't make the most sense after reviewing what we have learned. Let's apply it in the axes in the book page 103 and 104. Let's see. Here in page 103 and 104 in measurement review activity, let's choose a suitable unit to measure for every length and circle it. تعالوا نشوف a suitable unit to measure each one of this. Note the following when we are choosing. لما نختار suitable unit of larger lengths بنستخدم ايه؟ زي distance between two cities. بستخدم yes, the best unit to measure is using kilometers. طيب what about for medium lengths? Yes, I will choose like medium lengths like what? Like the length of the street. أو لما أجي أشوف ال length بتاع ال playground بتاعتي. The best unit to measure this is meters. Okay? طيب what about the shorter lengths? ال short length بستخدم إيه؟ Yes, like the length of a pen or the length of an ant. The best unit of measuring these things is using centimeter or millimeter. Okay? There could be more than one correct answer. ممكن على فكرة يبقى في كذا correct answer مش answer واحدة بس اللي صح. According to what you think is the most sense unit of measuring. According للunit of measurement اللي انت هتختارها. Now, if you want to fill in the blanks, our responses will vary. كل واحد هيقول ممكن answers مختلفة على حسب الunit of measurement اللي هو هيستخدمها. For example, it is better to measure the distance between the countries using kilometers. Why? Because this is way long. It's very long. عشان كده هستخدم الكيلومتر. And it is better to measure the length of the tree. هنستخدم ايه عشان نقيس ال length of the tree? Yes, I will use the meters. This is the suitable unit to measure the length of the tree. Why? Because it is medium in length. Using the same method, unlike I have told you before, responses will vary. الانسر هيختلف من حد للتاني according للunit اللي هو استخدمها. Now in that sense we are now ready to deduct the relation. هنستنتج relation between units of length in build in metric units activity in page 104. Let's move to 104. طيب. Now you will find the table and you will notice that it is similar to the place value chart. فاكرين ال place value chart? Which reminds us that each unit is 10 times the unit preceding it. كل unit أكبر من الunit اللي قبلها ب 10 times. Like you see here. Each unit greater than the unit اللي قبلها ب 10 times like you see here. This is 10, 100 and 1000. Okay? Now from the table we will note that the main unit of measure is the meter. Our main unit is the meter as you see here. طيب and we deduct هنستنتج ايه؟ ان 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter. 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter. And 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. في حاجة مهمة قوي عشان نعرفها. Converting units of measurement is converting units of measurement is a method of composing and decomposing. Composing and decomposing numbers we have learned in unit 1. Just like the table, التيبل اللي احنا شايفينه هنا in page 104 and 105 in build, which is about decomposing and remaining the numbers with the break apart operations. We can also solve the first table easily using a relationship between الكيلومتر and meter. في التيبل اللي احنا شايفينه ده زي ما احنا شايفين في relationship between the kilometer and the meter. طيب he want to ask me 1000 meters equal how many kilometers? Yes, 1000 meters equals how many kilometers? Yes, as we see here, I said 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter. So 1000 meter equals 1 kilometer. Now, number 2, he's asking me 3 kilometers equals how many meters? Yes, we need to note that 1000 meter equal 1 kilometer. So 3 kilometers equals what? Yes. طيب, and this reminds us that 1000 بيبقى ايه؟ Yes, 1000 period بيبقى kilometers. So 3 kilometers equals 3000 meters. Okay? Now we are able to deduct that in this type of question, converting is usually done between kilometers and meters. Now, the 1000 period here always expresses the kilometers. In that sense, we are able to notice that in number 40,000 meters, the 1000 period is what? Yes, 1000 period اللي هو اللي قبل الكومة ده is 40. So 40,000 meters equals how many kilometers? Yes, equals 40 kilometers as you see here. Now we will solve the second table using the relationship. التيبل التاني بقى relationship between المتر والسنتيمتر. Let's see. Here's the second table. Here I have relation between the meter and the centimeter. Now, since 1 meter equals 100 centimeter, مش احنا عرفنا خلاص ان 1 meter equals 100 centimeter? That means what? Yes, that means ان 100 digit ده هو المتر. 100 digit is the meter. So, in number 1, he's asking me 1 meter equals how many centimeter? Yes, 1 meter. احنا عارفين خلاص 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Number 5. What about he's asking me 300 centimeter فيها كم متر؟ 300 centimeter فيها كم متر؟ Yes, it is 3 meters. Let's move to number 6. What about 10 meters? What about 10 meters? طب احنا كلنا عارفين ان 1 meter equals 100 centimeter, right? طيب, he's asking me 10 meters equals how many centimeters? Yes, 1 equals 100, يبقى 10, I will add 2 zeros or times 100 to be 1000 centimeters. يبقى 1 meter 100 centimeter, 10 meters equals 1000 centimeters. In this next activity, we want to convert 140 centimeter اللي هي it can represent the length of you. لو قسنا الهايت بتاعنا هنلاقيه about 140. عايزة أحولها into meters or centimeters. Okay, we could use the bar model. We know, of course, that every 100 centimeter equals 1 meters, right? As we have explained, the 100 digit, ال 100 digit what represent what? Yes, ال 100 digit معناه إن ده المتers. So we have only 1 meter, مش ال 1 هنا هي ال 100. Yes, يبقى عندي 1 meter and the rest اللي هو ال 40 is centimeters. So it means that 140 centimeter is 1 meter and 40 centimeters. As you see here, this is 1 meter and or plus 40 centimeters. The 3 following examples, these examples follow the same pattern. Problem 1, we want to break 230 centimeter. Break apart يعني هقسمها. Okay, we will break it apart the same way. هعملها بنفس الطريقة اللي عملت بيها الإكزامبل اللي فات. As we have explained, ال 100 digit معناه إيه؟ Yes, ال 100 digit represent the meters. يبقى عندي how many meters? Yes, 200 يبقى 2 meters. What about the centimeter? الباقي هيبقى سنتيمتر اللي هو 30 centimeter. So 230 centimeters equals 2 meters and 30 centimeters. Let's move to the next one. Here we want to break apart 478 centimeter. عايزة أقسم 478 centimeters. زي ما احنا اتفقنا إن ال 100 digit is 4. يبقى I have how many meters? Yes, 4 meters. و how many centimeters? Yes, 78 centimeters. ده معناه إن 478 centimeters أقدر أقسمها ل 4 meters and 78 centimeters. Now you may be wondering, استغرب أي what do we do when we have a length that is already broken apart؟ طب لو عندي حاجة already broken apart هي already متقسمة ل 5 meter و 91 centimeter هجمعها إزاي؟ Yes, here I have 5 meters 91 centimeters equals how many centimeters؟ عايزة كل ده أخليه in centimeters. هعمل إيه؟ Yes, احنا اتفقنا خلاص we can put these numbers together. How? This is the same way. المتر digit will be the first 100 digit, right? يبقى أنا عندي 500. 500 what? Yes, 91. السنتيمتر هحطها في التنس and ones. يبقى زي ما اتفقنا المتر في ال100 اللي هو 500 والتنس والones اللي هم السنتيمترز. So the number is 591 centimeters. Just as we are interested today in learning about units of measurement, our friends تعالوا بقى نشوف عمر and مريم learned today through their research في الريسيرش اللي هم بيعملوه that the carpenter ants build their colonies بيبنوا المستعمرات بتاعتهم by digging in the wood. The length of an ant could be up to 3 centimeters. Here, a large number of ants live in a colony and it could be up to 100,000 ants. ممكن ألاقي 100,000 ants بيعيشوا في المستعمرة دي. Now let's calculate if 100,000 ants lined up end to end. لو 100,000 ant عاملين line كده. And the ant كل ant فيهم طولها 100 centimeter. How many meters long would the line of 100,000 ants be? This is problem 10 in build in page 106. I'll give you time to think about these two questions, problem 10 and 11, and you will review your answers together. Now let's break up the problem just like mathematicians break apart big problems. Now let's see. Here 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. So 1,000 centimeters equals 10 meter. And also 10,000 centimeter equals 100 meters. طيب. And what about 100,000? Yes, 100,000 centimeters equals 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters. Okay? Now, the length of the ants equals what? Yes, equals 1,000 meters. And we can say in another way, ممكن نقولها بطريقة تانية that when we convert from centimeter to meter, what should I do? Yes, I will remove 2 zeros because 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. Now you can solve the same one using the same way, problem 11 in the same page. The problem is asking how many kilometers long would the line of 100,000 ants. يعني هو عايز نفس الحاجة بس بالكيلومتر. kilometer. Okay, what can I do? Yes, here we have just said that the 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter. مش احنا قلنا 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter؟ طيب هو عايز يعرف ال 1000 meters فيها كام كيلومتر؟ Yes, 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer only. يبقى لو أنا عايزاها بالكيلومتر it is equal to 1 kilometers. لو عايزاها بالمترز it is equal to 1000 meters. Now, after we have learned the relationship between the units of measurement and how to break them apart, إزاي أقسمها, we can now answer the two questions in Connect in page 107. I'll give you time to think and solve them, and then we will see what the solution will be. هنشوف الأنسر مع بعض. Now, كلنا هنقول إن ال first problem دي very easy one. ليه؟ Because I know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeter, right? So, 8 meters equals what? Yes, 8 meters equals what? 8 meters equals 8 times 100 اللي هي 800 centimeters. Yes, it's very easy. Now, what about problem number 2? Problem number 2, when we break apart, لما نقسم information في question بتاعي, one load needs to be carried 1 kilometer. One load needs to be carried 1 kilometer. يبقى 10 loads needs to be carried what? Yes, 10 loads need to be carried 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. Okay? طيب, عايز يعرف how many meters و how many centimeters. أنا عندي دلوقتي 10 كيلومتر وأنا عارفة إن ال 1 كيلومتر 1000 meters, right? So 10 kilometers it will be 10,000 meters. Okay, طب دلوقتي لو أنا عايزة أعرف how many centimeters. Yes, أنا عارفة إن المتر فيه 100 سنتيمتر. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هزود 2 zeros. So I will make like this 4 zeros here and add 2 zeros to be 1 million centimeters. Now, in practice, let's see in practice in page 108 in your book, we will find the following problems. Let's see it all together. This is my practice chart. Here. Let's do it all together. Here he wants me to convert the following. In problem number 1, as he say that 4 meters و 18 centimeters equals how many centimeters? عايز يعرف how many centimeters. طيب, what should I do? Yes, أنا عايزة أحول 4 متر و 18 centimeter ل how many centimeters. So, كلنا عارفين إن ال 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. يبقى ال 4 meters equals what? Yes, 4 meters equals 400 centimeter. plus 18 centimeter. طيب يبقى 400 plus 18 equals what? Yes, 418 centimeters. يبقى my answer is 418 centimeters. Let's move to problem number 2. Here I have 18 meters and 14 centimeter. فيهم كام centimeters? Yes, 18 meters يعني 1800. ليه؟ Because I add 2 zeros. 1800 plus what? Plus 14 centimeters. Plus 14 centimeters equals what? Yes, equals 1814 centimeters, and this is my answer. يبقى the answer is 1814 centimeters. Let's move to number 3. Here he asked me 8 kilometers و 14 meters equals how many meter? Again, 8 kilometer 14 meters equals how many meters? طيب, first of all, أنا عارفة إن ال 1 kilometer equals 1000 meters, right? يبقى 8 kilometers equals what? Yes, 8 kilometers equals 8,000 meters plus 14 meter equals 8,000 plus 14 equals 8,014. 8,014 what? Yes, 8,014 meters. So my answer is 8,014 meters. Now let's move to the last, question number 4. Here he asked me 27 kilometers, 55 meters. Concentrate here very well. Here I have kilometers and meters. He wants me to convert it into how many centimeters. Let's move step by step. احنا عارفين ان 1 kilometer equals 1000 meter. يبقى 27 kilometers equals what? Yes, equals 27,000 meters, right? Plus 55 meters. يبقى الانسر بتاعي لازم هيطلع بالمتر، right? طيب 27,000 plus 55 equals what? Yes, 27,055. طب دلوقتي أنا طلعته بالمتر وهو طالب مني سنتيمترز، هعمل إيه؟ Yes, I know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. So I will add 2 zeros عشان أطلعه how many centimeters, right? يبقى my answer is in centimeter equals 2705000. بعمل إيه؟ بزود 2 zeros عشان أخليه بالسنتيمترز، right? So my answer is 2,705,500 centimeters. Now, let's move to problem number 5. Here we want to calculate the number of hours it will take for the ant to walk a distance of 1 kilometer, as you see here. Okay, what should I do? Yes, يبقى here 250 meters الانت بتمشي 250 meters كل 1 hour. كل 1 hour الانت بتمشي 250 meters. هو عايز يعرف ايه؟ عايز يعرف how many hours take to walk 1 kilometer. طيب مش انا عارفه ان ال 1 kilometer هي نفسها 250 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250 right؟ مش ال 1000 kilometers فيها 250 plus 250 plus 250 plus 250 right. يبقى how many hours do I have? Yes, يبقى I have 4 hours or it will take 4 hours. Why? عشان 250 it walk 250 meters في ال 1 hour. يبقى in one to make or to walk 1 kilometer هتحتاج 4 hours. Let's move to problem number 6. Problem number 6 بتتكلم برضو على ال same ant اللي اتكلمنا عليها في problem number 5. If it is walked for 10 hours لو مشيت 10 hours so equals what؟ احنا قلنا the solution will be what؟ okay but if the same black ant walked for 10 hours يبقى how far would it go؟ طيب احنا عارفين ان ال 1 hour مشيت فيها 250 meters right؟ يبقى ال 10 hours what؟ yes I will add 0 يبقى 2500 meters and this is the answer. In that sense we have achieved the objectives of today's lesson and we have focused وركزنا on the units of length and learned about the different units of measurement and the relationship between the units and how can we convert from one unit to another. To build your understanding and practice more, we can move to check your understanding through the code in front of us in your book, page 103. Now we'll meet again in the next lesson to learn more about units of measurements. Thank you so much for your listening and goodbye.